Hello! It is literally 2 days before the new year and starts the Christmas off, guys. I'm not going with Christmas into 2025. We were in 2024 Christmas, so this must come down. And as much as I love Christmas and adore Christmas, I think next year I'm gonna put Christmas up a lot earlier, maybe the first week of November. I know some people put it up even earlier, but that's next year's problem. For now, we're taking all of the Christmas stuff off, and I do have the boxes that I took down from the cupboard. The one worry I have is that it's not gonna fit because of all the new things I kind of got this year. But we'll see what happens. But it's time to say goodbye. Sorry Christmas. It was great. A fabulous time. Besides being sick. But it's time to go. I have these 4 little ornaments: the Grinch, SpongeBob, this Nautilus books, and Mickey Mouse. And I think I'm just gonna put it all in this little bag, and then because it's not like really special, you know what I mean, that I'm like, okay, it needs to be all separate. But they look nicely. Let's see if we can close. I mean, it's really packed to the brim, eh? Honestly, I'll put the other basket right on top of this, but semi-closes. Okay, so I have these cards that were sitting on the media console. So what I do now is that I put it in my memory box. So this box I got years ago in a pure drop, and I decided, okay, let me just scrape off the name, and then I'll make this as a memory box because I don't like to have a lot of clutter. I mean, my house is clutterful if you think about it, but in terms of, like, you know what I mean, like if you go to our parents' homes, the drawers and stuff are full to the brim with like photos, and oh gosh, I can't even begin to imagine what my sister and I will need to do if my parents pass away, and just how that house is so full, guys. That house is so full of junk. Now I don't like junk, so I will never forget my friend. She said like her father passed away and she had to actually hire people because her father kept every single thing, and the junk was just so full to the brim that she couldn't deal with it, and she had to hire people to help her deal with it. So anyway, now I just went down a tangent, but essentially this box, if it's full, it's full, but mostly it's got a lot of cards, mainly, yeah, a lot of cards, you know, these like my baby niece's funeral pamphlet, like these pamphlets that we have, that is for us. Oh gosh, but ones that we want to keep. What a nice boarding pass when we went to, oh no, this when I went to Joburg. Like our boarding pass when we went to Durban. It was Courtney's first flight ever. look at this, guys. This was my news. I wrote an article back in 2012 for the Tiger Burger. That was cool. I actually wrote 2 articles. I think one I wrote for, what do you call it, the Cape August. I said it's more than an age issue. I spoke about the tobacco industry. Cords, and these are my ballet shoes. Can you believe it? I'm gonna show you my ballet shoes, because I still love ballet, and that nutcracker was just like such a vibe. Anyway, so I just kept one. I want to show you something that Courtney and I used to do back in the day. Back in the day, you would think Courtney and I are super old, but we're not. We used to write letters to each other through the post office, guys, when the post office was still reliable. And yeah, that's how Courtney and I, besides BBM, obviously, we used to communicate through the post office. What a vibe, what a vibe. I even have a thing I want to show you. If Karen is watching this, she's going to find it so funny. I actually want to show you because I think it's, I did it the other day. Oh my word, I don't want to show that, but she wrote me a letter so long ago. I want to say, yeah, and I still have it. 2007, she wrote it to me. 2007. So funny. Oh my word. Yeah, so it just shows you like the type of things that I want to look back on. I'm just gonna put those cards now in here, like Courtney and I's wedding, my 21st, what do you call this, invitation. But I have a lot of cards. I mostly have cards, if I'm being honest, especially from our wedding and just birthdays and Courtney and I's anniversaries and things like that. So yeah, lots of cards. I actually should go through this at one point, but I think for now I'm just not going to. Sure. Anyway, so I'm just putting those other 3 cards in here and then closing it. It still fits. There's still enough space for me to put some things for years to come. There's photos in there as well, so yeah, let me get the last of the things. You know what's gonna be the hardest though? Those stuff I put on the window. That's gonna be tricky. Feeling so good. It is a bit weird, and I think I might be ill again, which luckily I still got antibiotics, so I'm gonna give it a few minutes and see what it is. But anyway, since we are back to Christmas, we gotta do bedding also. I think it's nice to have fresh bedding, fresh sheets, and a whole tutti frutti, so let's do that. this one here. This is our middle one, and we can't find the 40 by 60 cushion covers at all. You only find 40 by 40 or 50 by 50, and I'm like, why would I need to buy a whole new pillow? I just want to change the cover, but can't seem to find a cover. So until we find a cover, this is the one that interesting. I do need to wash it though, but yo, this is fine, becoming very hard to find, eh? I'm on my favorite spot, the floor. So if you don't know, I floor, they're actually cushions for a chair, but I've made them floor pillows. So I bought two and then I sit on the floor. The floor and me are just friends. But one of the other things I do for the new year is I get me a new bullet journal. So I am a bullet journal girly, and this is one. So the reason why I started a bullet journal was because at the time I had my full-time job, a part-time job, then I had the things I was doing on my Instagram account, and at the time Twitter, I don't do X anymore. Well, I have to do X now and then, but otherwise I don't really post. But back then I did do a lot of posting on X, and then there was Pinterest, there was me writing on the website, on my actual website, there was editing to do. So there was a lot that I was doing all in one go. I also had a mailing list which I'm hoping to revive next year, because I actually enjoy doing my mailing list, but my newsletter, not mailing list, my newsletter. But when things got hectic for me, I couldn't do it all. I wish I could, I just couldn't, because there would be one aspect of my life that would fall apart. So you either had to give up stuff, and then also remember, I also had a wine Instagram account, and then I also had a book Instagram account. I'm sitting here and talking to you about it is insane. But anyway, so I started having a bullet journal, and it was also like a creative thing for me. So I'll show you what this one looked like and how I devised it and do it. But I have stickers on it, and this is the first year I have stickers on my bullet journal, because I have so much stickers for my scrapbook. But I want to show you what I've done in the inside. So normally I would have a front page. So this was my front page. Here's to a more present life, and I have this photo of me I was standing at an elephant back in 2018. Then I would have my goals. Oops, you can't see. My goals out right here, things I needed to have done. Let's explore. So it was like places I wanted to explore, and like my wish list. So what I had for this year was do an online course, pay off my credit card, read interesting books, exercise, and pay off the bit of my car loan. And then things I need to do is like the twice a year that I needed to go to the dentist. I wrote those months down. I needed an iron infusion at the time, but I don't need it anymore. Me getting the marina, which you guys saw, it failed. I need to have it surgically done. And then the me getting injections, so I have to have it every 3 months. And then I wrote what places I wanted to explore, and then my wish list was just saying a long road trip, which I actually did. I never thought I would have that as part of my wish list and tick it off. And then a bigger apartment, that's not transpiring. So what it is all of these. Oh sorry, then the next page would have all my ins and outs. So what the ins and outs are is simply like what you're gonna put in for this year. So what are things that you want to do for this year. It's similar to goals, but it's more just like things like the stuff that I wrote in my ins was take more risks, laugh more, have a better relationship with God, cultivate better friendships with my friends, work a little harder on my blog, be a little kinder, try more, bake good recipes, be a better storyteller, join a club or community, read educational books, and have a rest day. And then my outs are like things that I'm no longer gonna do. So I said try to stop stressing about the small stuff, eat and consume less sugar, which never happened. Stop procrastinating, still did not happen. Consumerism, I think I got a lot better with the consumerism part and saying I have a I can't attitude. And then essentially what it is, I actually changed up, but let me show you what I've done. So this is October, so I have index stickers that I put on the side, and then I have a little front page which is like hello October, may your October be full of new hopes and happiness. And then I write all the ideas, so like all the content ideas I write here on the top. And then I have all the important dates that I need to think about for the month, like what am I doing, is there a public holiday, etc. And then this is how I kind of do my stuff. So I'll put a little sticker here of things that I need to do in terms of like I have to do grocery shopping, I have to write a menu for the following week, do I need to pay someone, those type of things I would write in this little note here, like I'll put a note there. And then I got these stickers off Shein where it has the dates of each day of the week, and then I would write like video, I need to import it, I need to put some music, edit, I talk about what travel thing I need to post. So that was more or less, and I always had a theme. So I had fruit for October, and then you'd see in November I had all about ice cream and then obviously December was Christmas stickers. And then at the back I wrote all the books that I would read for the year. I had a really bad reading year this year. If you have been here around for a long time, you will know that last year I read 60 books. The year before I read 50 books. So that's the type of amount I typically read. I only read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and I'm reading one now, which is 18 books. That is so minuscule for me, and there was also a big reason why the elephant in my vlogs. But yeah, it was a really bad reading here for me. So this is now done, and I got my new bullet journal. So I've already done it, I already started with it. So my stickers, this is actually my front cover, and it says treat yourself. And then it was me when I was in the Northwest. And this is just a picture of the Grabbiesville National Park. And then I wrote my goals, things I need to get done, travels, wish list. My goals, simply just 3 things. I don't put a pressure on myself. So number 1, I need to get a job. You need to get a job, it's a goal. It's something that I need to strive for come the middle of January. And then the second one is just to learn more, and the third one is just to do a lot of therapy. And then stuff I need to get done is just all my injections. When I do the dentist, UIF, I actually I already did the online stuff. I'm just waiting for them to tell me which documents I need to upload. So I think when the department opens, then they'll probably deal with that. But I do have a note to follow up with it. And then I have to see my neurologist, which I have to see in February. Travels, there are 3 towns that I really want to travel, particularly in the Western Cape. And then on the other side I have camping spots, because I do want to camp a lot more. This year just wasn't in the cards for us, but I'm hoping that we can travel a lot more. And then my wish list, basically the same 2 stuff. Pay off my credit card, because now that I don't have a job, it's not something that I can do right now. But they did pay my policy out, so they paid me up front for 6 months. And then just move apartments. I'm really hoping that we can move apartments, but if not, then it's not a big deal. Our landlord is awesome, the rent is fairly reasonable, so you know. And then I wrote my ins and outs, which my ins is spend more time with God, have more boundaries, read more educational books, join a club, learning a new skill, and cultivate better relationships. My outs, no more borrowing money. I got burnt so many times, particularly this year, so I'm not doing it anymore. Gossip less. Yes guys, I do gossip. I want to just gossip less. Spending unnecessarily, being on my phone late, not sharing everything. Like I have this tendency of sharing everything and it didn't even materialize yet, or I have an idea and I'm like, so for example, the podcast, I want to start a podcast. There's 2 days left of the year. I've yet to start it. Do you know what I mean? So until it's like in fruition, then I'll share it, like it's in the process. But if it's just a thought, I'm not gonna share it anymore. And then picking up after Courtney and I had a whole conversation about this. And then this page is a new one. This one has content ideas, so ideas that come up in my head, but it's not something that I want to deal with now. I'm gonna write all the ideas down, and then I've already started with January. So in January every day is a blank page to fill. There's my little quote content. I have to put the dates in, and it's all got beach stickers and stuff like that. So yeah. And then at the back I just have reading is fun, so at least this is good to go. The other thing I do is I buy a new calendar. So I love these scenic South Africa calendars because you guys know I'm a sucker for South Africa travel. And so as much as there are so many issues in South Africa, which I'm hoping that at some point we can get to some issues, traveling in South Africa is fabulous. It's wonderful. So I'm actually gonna take the old one off our fridge there. So that one is actually a lot bigger than this one, so I'm happy that this is a little smaller. And these are all the images that are in the 12 months of the calendar, and they're so pretty. Like all the places, like I've seen the guava trees in the Northern Cape, and I've been to Golden Gate National Park. It's so nice to just see these places and be like, oh my word, I've been to some of them, but oh my word, I would love to go and visit the Wild Coast. Oh, dream to go and visit the Wild Coast. But anyway, so this is just something else that is on the cards. And then the last thing I want to do is on my laptop. So I have a desktop, which I only do yearly. I don't have time for every month changing my desktop, so I'm going to show you. So this is my desktop, and I just have pictures that I want to think about doing this year. So I have a little quote that says, reminder to someone, stop putting your life and happiness on hold in your seasons of silence and waiting. This is a part of learning patience. You can't learn by sitting around miserably and feeding negativity. We only learn patience in trusting God so much with our desires that we let go and find laughter in the waiting. Make beautiful and fun memories with those who love you and those you love in the season. There is so much more to life than sitting around and forgetting to be happy. God wants you to smile, so find reasons to laugh. That was my quote for this year. I loved it so much. And then I wanted to paint more, which I did start painting. Again, travel more. I think it's going off. Travel more, be financially stable, say yes to new adventures, go camping. These are just images that make me happy and things that I want to do for the year. Some of them I did, some of them I didn't. I wanted to travel again on a plane. Maybe I had a chance to do that. So I'm just gonna change it up now and go on Pinterest for inspiration. Look at the pictures that I have accumulated over this year. Or go to old ones, even like reading. Didn't read a lot this year. It's so sad. So let me work on this and tell you what I have in mind for my desktop for 2025. Okay, so this is my new desktop or desktop wallpaper. So more camping trips with Courtney. Like I said, cultivate my relationship with my friends. So that's my friend Kate on. I've known her since I was in grade 8. And then obviously Lisa and Jessica, I had the privilege of actually working with the two of them. All three of us worked together at the same firm, which was insane. Obviously I've left, obviously looking for a new job. I want to really savor the moments that God have created. So just looking at the sunrise or the sunset or watching birds flock, I don't take moments like this anymore. And I don't know why I don't take landscape pictures anymore as well. So I want to get back into that. I've like kept it in one category of like, you know, taking in the beauty that God has created, but also doing more landscape images. And then I found this little quote that says, in my era of letting go, accepting what I can't change, refusing to settle, creating new aligned relationships, speaking my authentic truth, remaining centered no matter what unfolds around me, regulating my nervous system, choosing to view challenges as catalysts for growth, responding to life, not reacting, taking accountability for my actions, asking for what I want and need, showing up for myself, believing in myself and my dreams, practicing non-attachment, and loving myself exactly as I am. I read this and I was like, yes. Obviously trying to pay off my credit card, and then I found this, a lot can happen in a year, and I thought, yes. Obviously having a better relationship with God, and then reading more books, just dealing with having a journey with money. I want to travel a lot more with Courtney, taking care of my health, just enjoying the slow moments, or the just slow living. I don't do that anymore. And you know, things are always just like fast, hustle, and I just want to have a slow living moment, really savoring the moment, being more creative and being my creative self. And then I just love South Africa, so I want to do more South Africa travels. So this is my desktop for 2025, and then I just keep it all year. I don't change it for different seasons. I blame it to Zelda. I don't have time to change it up every season, guys. No. Okay, so now that is all done, this is the last video for 2024. I actually can't believe it, but I'm also very excited for the new year and what it will bring, because I just want to I can't forget about it. I just want to like let go of 2024. It has been a hell of a year, not only for me, but I'm sure for a lot of you, in many aspects in life. But I just want to say thank you for just this year, for your comments, your likes, your support, taking the time out to watch my videos. You really don't have to, but I'm so immensely proud of myself of churning out videos. I didn't think that I would be consistent. That's probably the one consistent thing in my whole entire life, that I've really made it a priority to do YouTube. I'm not even in it for the subscribers, like in terms of the amount or if I'm even gonna get paid from it. I just genuinely have enjoyed it so much this year, and I love seeing people that are consistently commenting, and it's always the same people. I know the names already. I know when I see the email that comes into my email, I didn't know. I can really envision who it is. But even to the silent people that just don't comment, yeah, I see you. I see it in the views, I see it in the likes. You don't have to comment, but I am grateful even if you even take the time out to do so. You guys have been my biggest supporters this year, biggest reasons why I still continued, and I wish you guys all the best for 2025. I wish that we could see each other more in person. Some people have, you know, seen me before, and I always find it so weird when people are like, oh, you're Stephanie, and I'm like, oh my god, yes. Because I'm such an introvert. It doesn't come across like that on the camera, but I am a very much an introvert person. But I hope we will still be together for 2025. I am on the verge of booking two travel trips in the next, like, we are leaving the second week of January. So guys, expect travel videos two travel videos. One's gonna be camping and one's gonna be a new town that we're gonna visit. And so I'm so immensely excited for it because travel has not been a very big part of this year. Mostly towards the end of the year was just like not a big part of it. And I think 2025 is also not going to be a big travel year because when I do find a job, I would have to accumulate leave again. So that's going to be very interesting. But I'm very excited for the travel trip. If there's one passion and love that I have, it is to see more of the Klein Dorpies, to do more trips within South Africa, and I would really love to go and see Limpopo, and like I said, the Wild Coast as well. Up there, guys, really up there. But I wish you all the best, and let's see each other in 2025. Bye, guys.